all reading. So it's a bit scary for me. So please will you bear with me, because obviously I usually do it not live and have a chance to edit. So anyway, here goes. A Mountain of Memories. And it starts off in Edinburgh with the contemporary strand of the story and Caitlin and Matt. So, trust me. Trust you. How can I after last time? Okay, I'll confess I got it wrong with the Swedish film with German subtitles, but this one's a winner. You're sure? No subtitles? No dark, bleak landscapes? Oh, there are subtitles, Matt says with a grin. I stop walking. You're joking. Tell me you're joking. I'm joking. His grin widens. A bona fide American rom-com with all the usual suspects leading the cast. Like, he looks over my shoulder and scans the illuminated billboards. I'm not sure. In other words, you have no idea what we're going to see. None. Innocent mischief glows in his face. But you wanted to go to the cinema, he shrugs. So here we are. I'm standing outside the cinema on Lothian Road, confronted with a choice of films, none of which I've heard anything about. He's laughing. He's actually laughing. Oh, come on. You know we'll have a good time whatever we see, like we did last week. You can't tell me it wasn't fun making up a dialogue to go with the Swede-German extravaganza. It was fun last week, but I'm not laughing. I stand, hands on hips, and look at him. What's going on with you, Matt? This is so not like you. I can usually depend on you to have everything planned. I'm trying to be more spontaneous. Why? I'm fed up with being good old dependable Matt. But that's one of the things I like about you. Is it? Only the guys at work reckon I'm boring. Was this in the pub after work? He nods. After a couple of pints? Yeah. And you listened to them? They reckon I need to be less organised about everything, more adventurous. Why? Because you'll get bored with me. He looks at me, anxious frown creasing his brow. And, well, I don't want to lose you. Well, I can put your mind at rest on that score. I've no intentions of letting you go. I need you in my life. I like that you're dependable. I like that you plan our dates. That's fine by me. I don't like surprises. I'd rather any adventures we have were meticulously planned by you. That way, I know where I'm going and what's going to happen. Okay? Okay, he smiles. Whew, that's a bit of a relief. I'm not much good at spontaneous. Giving him a hug and a peck on the cheek, I assure him. What you are good at is being you, good old dependable Matt, just the way I like you. Well, I'm naturally delighted about that, since it is what I do best. I can foresee a problem with this evening's entertainment. I deliberately didn't check what was on. Okay, I say, pulling a face. Let's make this last spontaneous Matt date night. Good with me, he grins. As for tonight, we can always blame your mates if this film turns out to be another bummer. Whichever of these nondescripts we buy tickets for. Great idea. Okay, I close my eyes, spin round 3 times and point at one of the billboards. That one. Open my eyes. Ugh, no, not that. I hate zombie apocalypses. Let's go for this one. Matt points to another billboard, one I hadn't even noticed on the wall across from the others. Trust me, you'll love this one. He goes to buy the tickets. There he goes again with the trust me. I hate when people say that. It sends shivers down my spine, makes my heart flutter. As soon as someone expects me to trust them on anything, even something as innocuous as choosing a film, I get the collywobbles. Fortunately, my collywobbles subside as we settle into the deep Pullman seats with a huge tub of popcorn. Excited anticipation tingles through me as the lights dim and the thrill of the cinema experience kicks in. Even a mediocre film transports me to another life. Rather than watching a movie, I live it, going through the ups and downs, the laughter and tears with whichever character's identity I steal for an hour or two. Hence my dislike of zombie apocalypses. Tonight's film is a beauty. Fabulous cinematography, great story, true story, always a plus for me because knowing it really happened involves me even more. An old film. Perhaps the quality of the actual film was not as sharp as is possible these days, but the acting, the direction, the production are all great. Out of Africa, an absolute classic. And as I walk out of the cinema, I'm still there, still in Africa. Enjoy it, Matt asks as we step onto the street. I look around half expecting to see giraffes and zebras. The chill evening comes as a surprise. So what did you like about it? Oh, everything. You're very quiet. Did you not enjoy it? Loved it. But I felt a little betrayed by the ending. I hate films that leave you wishing for a different outcome. You wanted them to live happily ever after. Well, not necessarily, but I didn't think it was fair to build us up for a happy ending, then not get it. I shiver. You cold? Matt puts his arm around me and holds me against him. Anyway, you could see it coming. Did you? He stops walking, looks down at me. Oh, Kate, you really are a hopeless romantic, aren't you? This was never going to be a happy ending. He was too restless, always needing something more. Too much of a daredevil. Another shiver. He should have thought about what she needed. Matt shakes his head. Fair enough. If that's what it made you feel, that's what it made you feel. He starts walking again, and we roam the quiet streets to get home. Great film though, eh? I look up at him. He wants so much for me to have enjoyed myself. And I did. Truly I did. I just wanted a happy ending. Beautiful. A mouth-wateringly gorgeous film. Loved the old trains and planes. And automobiles, I grin. We laugh and he pulls me close. And all that sunshine, I say. I could do with a bit of that. Can you imagine if we'd all that heat here in Edinburgh? To be honest, no, I can't. Laughing. No, neither can I say. But I can imagine living in Africa when it's winter here. And that's true. With no trouble at all, I step into the shoes of Karen Blixen, as played by Meryl Streep. I can picture myself in safari dress, with a wide-brimmed hat, striding through the bush, binoculars at the ready to study whatever animal crosses my path. Camera too, to capture the birds, the flora, the insects, anything and everything I see. The sun is blazing down from an expanse so blue it hurts the eye. The air is warm and dust-laden, full of sounds foreign to my ears. My nostrils widen and fill with the scent of zebra, giraffe, antelope. I'm so lost in imagining myself there. I jump when Matt gives my shoulders a squeeze. You'd miss old Reekie. You love Edinburgh, summer, winter, whenever. And that's true too. And this is my favourite time to be walking in Edinburgh, so I pull my imagination back from Africa to enjoy the streetlights glinting off wet streets and the semi-silence of late evening. Edinburgh Castle, lit up and standing guard over Princes Street, strong and trusty, its battle scars proudly worn, gives me a tremendous feeling of hometown security, as does the Scott Monument, towering over the street, aloof and important, creating in me a desire to salute, though its history is literary rather than military, built to commemorate the author Sir Walter Scott. It has an air of authority in its design, possibly to do with the fact it's the world's largest monument to a writer, but in my mind it looms there like the commander of an army. All quiet in Princes Street, sir? I stand to attention, click my heels and deliver my customary salute. Ever climbed it? Matt asks, unfazed by my silly game. He's been my audience before. Unlike me, Matt is an observer during a film or a performance. Tonight Instead of standing back with a patient, indulgent smile, he's ready to join in with a game of his own. Have you ever climbed all the way to the top? He pulls at my arm. Fear seizes from wrist to shoulder. He pulls me towards the stairway. Come on, he dares. Let's climb the gate and have a go all the way to the top. It's not much over 200 feet high. Come on, I'll not let you fall. A band tightens round my chest, and I want to remind him I'm afraid to climb a 6-foot ladder, never mind a 200-foot tower. How it makes me nauseous to contemplate such a climb. But any words of explanation are being strangled by the heartbeat in my throat. The views of the city from up there are incredible. Pulling back. I'll take your word for that, I whisper. Matt drops the game in an instant, putting his hand to his mouth. Oh, sorry, he says, drawing me into a penitent hug. That was insensitive of me. I forgot you get queasy with heights. He holds me for a while until I stop trembling. Too many spiral steps? Too much everything. I shudder, encouraging him to continue our walk. I want to be done with Sir Walter Scott and the feelings his memorial provoked tonight. You do know I was only kidding, Matt says. It's all closed at night with no access. Common sense tells me no way my dear law-abiding Matt would break in somewhere, even if it were possible. But for a moment, common sense fled. Knowing didn't seem to matter. A flicker of a memory, more a feeling than an image, and panic arose before I could damp it down. There was no way I was going to let you drag me up a mountain. Monument. Yes. Monument. Sorry. Giving my arm a squeeze. Never mind, he says. I promise I'll never drag you up the 288 steps. He nods back in the direction of the monument. Thank you. I appreciate that. Matt pulls my collar up round my neck when I shiver. You still want to walk? We could get a bus if you like, Matt offers. You're still rather pale. I'll be fine. I prefer to have some fresh air. There are quicker ways to get home, but we love the long walk, talking over the film we've seen, the concert we've enjoyed, or the exhibition we've attended. Tonight, our conversation takes us from the film to Africa and the documentaries we've seen about the continent. It's such a different world, Towers, isn't it? I say, so much more colourful and dangerous. Do you think so? Is it not kind of a straight swap? Dangerous crime for dangerous animals? Speeding cars for crocodiles? I use my arms as a crocodile jaw and get Matt by the throat. Ha! Let's see you get out of that then. He laughs and kisses me, and my arms soften round his neck. That's cheating, I say, when he releases me. Worked though, didn't it? And lightness returns to my step. Walking through the park at this time of night, there's a peaceful hush, where at other times there would be the sounds of children playing, joggers jogging, couples walking and talking, sports being played in the distance. Even the birds have mostly curried doon for the night. Matt knows the route I like to take through the park, and we walk through the reed beds on the long, squiggly boardwalk, built to traverse them like a long, wiggly bridge. The wind swishes through the reeds, making them sing with a magical sound. Listen, I encourage him, stopping on the bridge. Whoosh, whoosh. I mimic the susurration, my voice hushed, soft and gentle as the air. Close my eyes, and I'm in Africa, standing in the back of a truck in Savannah Land, watching lemongrass sway, smelling it on the warm breeze. With little effort,